clicking on my channel and clicking on this video. So in this video I wanted to talk today about common buzz topics in the nutrition and fitness industries, vegan and vegetarian. And I wanted to give you the details of what the difference between them are. It seems a little straightforward, and it kind of is, but there's still misconceptions and confusion out there to most or some people. I'm just going to dive right in and tell you the differences. So for vegetarian, there are a couple different types of vegetarians that people like to identify themselves with. So we have the vegetarian broken down into a lacto-ovo-vegetarian, ovo-vegetarian, lacto-vegetarian, and pescatarian. So to start with the, I should say, most liberal of the vegetarians would be the pescatarian, because these people still incorporate seafood or fish into their diet, as well as having a plant-based diet. But they do still have animal products, but they just tend to just stick to fish, so they consider themselves pescatarian. So that's really if you're just trying to, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, anything that you choose is, you gotta choose what's best for your body, what's best for your lifestyle. If you're somebody who grew up with fish and love fish and you want to incorporate that, but you still want to be healthy, you don't need to label yourself. Number one, you don't need to be I'm pescatarian. If I'm not pescatarian, I can't eat fish. Like, that's not the case at all. But some people just like to identify themselves. It's easier for them to just talk to other people saying I'm pescatarian, and some people may just have an understanding of what that is. So that's what a pescatarian is. They eat fish, they eat seafood of all kinds, but they still stick to a plant-based diet. Next we have our lacto-ovo, and that's lacto-ovo. That means these vegetarians do consume dairy and dairy-like products as well as eggs. So anything made with any kind of dairy, including casein and whey, they will incorporate that into their diet as well as eggs. So they're definitely a little bit more lenient, but they don't eat an actual animal such as fish. So that's like kind of the difference there. But they still stick to a plant-based diet as well. And then we have the breakdown of the lacto-vegetarian and the ovo-vegetarian. And as you can kind of deduct from the last definition, the lacto-vegetarians only have dairy products and include that into their diet, such as butter and dairy and cheese, but they won't eat eggs. And then the ovo-vegetarian is the opposite. They will eat eggs and vegetables and plant-based diet, but they won't have any kind of dairy product, including milk or butter. So that's the differences between the different variations of the vegetarian style of dieting and eating. Like I always talk about on social media, my style is basically, I like to tell everybody that I'm plant-based, and that's because I just think it's the easiest way to kind of just say I eat a lot of veggies, I love plants, and I eat a lot of them, but it's kind of not so label-like. I don't really like to put label on myself. I did in the past when I was vegan and things like that, but I found that honestly eating healthy doesn't need a label, so you don't need to label it. But I find that just calling myself plant-based is simple enough to just kind of let everybody know, what a plant is. If I primarily base my diet around plants, you kind of get the idea of what I eat. But that said, I do eat eggs, like you do see in some of my food posts, so technically, I guess, according to the definitions that I'm giving you, I would be considered an ovo-vegetarian, because I do eat eggs, but my diet is primarily plant-based, and 90% of my protein intake is from plant-based products, but every once in a while I like eggs, so I guess I still fall into that category of ovo-vegetarian, but I don't label myself like that, because I just don't want to, so do what you want to do. Back to the difference between vegetarian and vegan, but first, I do have to say, check out this mohawk bun. Yes, that is the new style, so if you want to learn how to do it, I would teach you, I just don't know how. It's just how my hair falls, actually, so I'm kind of digging it though. It's like, like a mohawk. It kind of reminds me when you get a Slinky and you like put it on the ground and it kind of makes that it's like I love it. Anyway, alright, so now we go on to the vegan side of it. So vegan is the primary difference between vegetarians and vegans, as you can kind of deduct. Vegetarians have some animal products or some animals in them. in their diet, but vegans do not eat animals at all or animal byproducts. They completely stick to 100% plant-based. Nothing comes from animal products or byproducts. Now, within the vegan category, there's two kind of types of vegans. One is vegans that really just kind of do it for health reasons. They may have some ethical reasons behind it too, but it's really like they're not that strict as far as the lifestyle. They really just want to eat healthy and avoid all animal products or animals and animal cruelty and things like that. And so they just stick to plant-based. They get their vegetables and their protein intake from complete proteins using beans and rice and vegetables and other maybe meat alternatives out there, but tofu, tempeh, and things like that. But then there's the strict, very more so strict vegans that really dedicate their lives to being vegans, and their lives, by the way, it's not lives. But they dedicate their life to being vegan, and so they don't even, like, they may not even eat honey because it's the byproduct of bees, and they also won't, like, purchase or support any kind of real leather because that is obviously real animal skin, and if they're not going to eat it, they're definitely not going to wear it. So those are kind of the types of vegans. They just pretty much stay away from animals altogether. And then there's vegetarians, which are a little bit more lenient. But that's a wrap, guys. That's pretty much the difference between vegetarians and vegans. If you guys have any questions about either of them, comment below. I was both. Actually, I was pretty much like all of the different kind of variations throughout my journey of becoming kind of my ultimate self. And so I will post videos in the future about like my journey in those specific times of my life, becoming vegan, becoming vegetarian, and the struggles I came across, the benefits I came across, and I will share that all with you guys. So just stay tuned for that. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to share this with a friend because, like I said, there's a lot of misconceptions out there, and if anybody has questions on this kind of stuff, send them over to my channel and show them this video so they can get a little bit better understanding of the differences. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.